we need to talk. Hello everyone, so if you follow my channel, you know that there are a couple of things I'm planning to do to Alma, my 2021 Harley-Davidson Sport Glide. And one of the things is to get some mini-apes, and finally that has been done after waiting a long time. But anyway, there was an issue with it, and that's what I want to address here with you guys. There is a fatal flaw with the Sport Glide, and I'm not saying this lightly, all right? I'm jumping right into it. So the dealer and the Harley-Davidson, they were, putting my mini-apes in place, and when they were torquing down the riser according to whatever specification Harleys tell them to, it snapped. Yeah, so I'm gonna show you. This was what happened. This is my riser, right? And when they were torquing it down, this just snapped. Right, I mean, we could say, oh, maybe there was something wrong there, or maybe they used a torque setting that was not appropriate for that, was over-torqued. But I was assured that it wasn't the case, and I actually believed them. If you look on Facebook through different Facebook groups, you'll find some reports of people where this actually happened, and I count myself lucky that this broke where and when it did. But there was two other people where this happened, when they were actually riding the bike. They left the dealer, so the dealer did their job for them. They left the dealer, and a few minutes later, it snapped. Now, they were okay. They managed to control the bike, come to a stop and all that. But that could have been very serious. They could have been like in an accident, they could have sustained serious injury, and they could have died. So this is something that we should not take lightly, and Harley-Davidson should take notice of that. So it wasn't just me and another two people, right? It was a variety of them. I'll read you some reports of other people that had this happening to them. This person actually says, nothing to do with the torque specs. I have a shop in Western Australia and we had the exact same thing happening to us. We fitted a new set of bars for a customer, and before they were even torqued to spec, both risers cracked in the exact same spot. And another rider said, I have exactly the same brake on one side whilst out riding. And I know at least one other person who it happened to after he collected his bike from Harley-Davidson after they changed his bars. I think Harley is liable, and that this fault could be a killer. Another rider collected his bike, and 10 miles after, the riser snapped. The same rider then said that it popped while he was riding and in the right turn. So it stayed in place at the bars, but this could have been bad, very bad. And the same thing happened to other people where the riser actually snapped at the shop, and they say stock risers can't take apes. Same thing happened to me, fitted by my local Harley-Davidson. It's not just me. And if you look through Facebook groups, you'll find many other people, they will tell you that yes, this thing happened to me. And actually, funnily enough, when I was waiting for the job to be done, one of the parts guys came to me and asked me about the bars and all that stuff. So basically, it was there to tell me that this broke. And yeah, we then discussed what could have been done and so on. And I was speaking to the technician that was doing the job, and he actually said that this has happened to them before as well. Another Sport Glide rider that was doing apes on a bike and using the stock risers, and when they were taking it down to specs, once again it snapped. So yeah, it isn't an isolated case. Are all the bikes affected by it? I'm not entirely sure, I cannot prove it. But the matter of fact is that there is lots of people that has been affected by it, and this could well be a fatal flaw. Just imagine if you do your bars, you're riding around and then it snapped. You might end up on a serious accident, seriously injured, or even lose your life because of this. So if you are thinking about doing your handlebars, getting mini-apes, or even getting some risers to put underneath these ones, I would urge you to think again and get a different riser. The dealer gave me the option to just replace this one, but you know what? I lost my confidence in this, and my life is worth more than whatever this or any other riser is worth. Okay, so I chose to pay the difference and get the Fat Boy risers, which are much better. So Harley-Davidson, if you are seeing this, you need to do something about this. All right, you need to get your shit together and advise the owners of the Sport Glide that if they are planning on doing apes, to not reuse the stock risers. I did it, lots of riders do, because it actually looks nice, but there is a defect on it. Again, I'm not sure if it affects all the Sport Glides, but the matter of fact is this is not suited for purpose. All right, so this needs to be addressed. The Sport Glide riders should know that this is not fit for apes or even for risers when you still use the stock ones, and you should let the dealers know as well that if they have a customer coming in thinking about doing the handlebars on their Sport Glides, that they will have to change the risers. All right, because once again, this is a fatal accident just waiting to happen, and that would be a very bad publicity for Harley-Davidson. But before we finish, I have to say that the dealer, the Andy Brother Harley-Davidson dealer, they really did look after me, so I cannot blame them for this. All right, it is Harley-Davidson that needs to address this issue. So once again, to everyone, please, if you are thinking of doing apes, think seriously about changing your risers. You don't want to be in a position where you might be in an accident because of this. It is not worth the money that you'll be saving in not changing the risers. Okay, so make sure to share this video with everyone, with all the Sport Glide riders that you know. Show it to your dealer, even show it to Harley-Davidson if you know anyone there, because as I said, this is a fatal accident waiting to happen. And I hope this video is the last video I have to do raising awareness of this crappy riser. Alright everyone, thank you very much for watching, ride safe, stay safe, and I'll see you soon.